Hi everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moment, where every glance, every smile, and every small step between Jimin and Jungkook turns into an unforgettable story. That day, at the second concert of the Run SeokJin EP Tour, they arrived in the same car, as if time had rewound to an era when everything felt simpler, yet so much deeper. But this time, they didn't just share a ride. They shared a meaning that could only be felt, not explained. If you think this was just a coincidence, wait until you see for yourself how strong their connection is amidst the spotlight and the crowd. That night wasn't just about music, it was about two hearts that continue to choose each other in a world that never stops changing. Jimin and Jungkook attended the second concert of the Run SeokJin EP Tour. They arrived together in the same car, just like old times filled with precious memories. Sharing a ride, sharing a moment, and once again showing how close they truly are. To those who previously claimed that Jimin and Jungkook arrived separately, well, this fact silenced everything. They came together with no attempt to hide it. No hesitation. No distance. Just two young men who've been through so much together, still choosing to stand side by side amidst all the chaos and swirling rumors. From the moment they arrived, cameras and fans couldn't take their eyes off them. As they made their way into the venue, they walked side by side and sat next to each other in the area reserved for BTS members and close artists. Around them were members of TXT and Suga, creating a warm and familiar atmosphere. Yet even among the stars and stage lights, the spotlight couldn't stray from them. There's a kind of aura that's hard to describe when Jimin and Jungkook are in the same room. They're like magnets, no need for touch to show closeness. A glance, a smile, or the way they lean toward each other while talking says everything. They genuinely enjoyed the concert. At one point, Jin even invited Jimin to sing Serendipity with him. But with a shy smile and hands forming a heart, Jimin adorably declined, melting the entire venue in an instant. Not to be outdone, Jungkook's reaction to the idol army's singing was equally heart-stealing. His facial expression was innocent and hilarious. His eyes sparkled with pride, and when he turned to Jimin and chuckled, the world seemed to pause for a moment. Out of all the sweet moments that night, the most striking was just how close Jimin and Jungkook remained throughout the concert. They often whispered to each other, exchanged smiles, and appeared physically comfortable and at ease. Their small gestures, born from a deep emotional bond, did not go unnoticed. At one point, their shoulders brushed unintentionally, but neither pulled away. It was as if that space was where they naturally belonged. Jungkook occasionally leaned toward Jimin to comment on something, and they would laugh together as if the rest of the world didn't exist. The natural flow of their relationship, the comfort they find in each other, it warmed the hearts of everyone watching. Their smiles never faded throughout the concert. They looked truly happy, genuinely sincere, and effortlessly real. Seeing them like that, free, relaxed, just being themselves with nothing to hide, softens the heart. Their chemistry remains unshakable, as if it never dimmed. The way they look for each other, their warm body language, it's a love language that needs no translation. There's still something very special between Jimin and Jungkook. A bond that needs no grand confession to be clearly seen by anyone watching. They don't need to hold hands in public or say sweet words to convince anyone. It's in the way they laugh together, in the little winks only they understand, in the smiles that come automatically when one's name is mentioned. After the concert, they were seen leaving the venue together as well. No rush, no hiding. As if they wanted to send a message that they will always remain a part of each other's lives, no matter how much time passes or how many rumors try to shake them. There's something eternal in the way they treat each other. Maybe it's not a love meant to be showcased on the world stage, but a love that grows in silence, through shared laughter, gentle glances, and a presence that never fades. Jimin and Jungkook show us that true connection needs no words. It only needs presence, loyalty, and a deep sense of belonging that can't be explained, only felt. Fans noticed this. They sensed it long before words could define it. Videos circulating online show how tender Jungkook's eyes were when looking at Jimin, or how Jimin leaned his body slightly closer when speaking. They're not just groupmates. They are home to each other. And that home has never changed. That night was not just about the concert, not just about Jin's beautiful songs. It was a testament that even though time changes, even though the world demands so much from them, one thing remains: the way Jimin and Jungkook look at each other. In a world that can be harsh and full of expectations, they find peace in one another. The world may try to pull them apart, but their hearts always know where to return. To those who watched from afar, that night was a beautiful reminder that some bonds cannot be measured by logic. They can only be felt, cherished, and quietly prayed for. For Jimin and Jungkook, maybe they never intended to make the world believe in anything. But the fact that they continue walking side by side, through storms, spotlights, and silences, is already enough to prove everything. And for the Yikookas who watched every moment with full hearts, we know that what we saw that night wasn't just coincidence. It was a story that continues to live on. A small miracle that can never be dimmed by rumors or doubt. Because true love, no matter how hidden, will always find its way to be seen. That night, as the lights began to dim and the concert reached its climax, Jimin and Jungkook exchanged a glance with a smile that wasn't staged. A look full of meaning, as if they knew exactly what the other felt without saying a word. Amid thunderous applause and cheers from thousands of fans, they remained in their own little world, quiet, warm, and deeply private. Even as the final song played and the mood turned emotional, Jungkook's eyes sparkled with tears as he stared at the stage, and Jimin, gently, touched his arm. A simple gesture, but full of meaning. It wasn't just support. It was love, unspoken and unconditional. As everyone started to leave, they stayed seated a little longer. As if they didn't want the night to end, as if letting go, even for a moment, felt too heavy. Even as the concert ended, they remained together, as if refusing to let the night slip away. Not because of the music, but because the togetherness was too precious to release. In silence, they gave each other strength. In their eyes, they understood everything. Jimin and Jungkook's bond isn't for display, it's meant to be felt, by them, and by us who believe that true love doesn't always need to be loudly declared. To you, the Yikookas who see more than just a moment, you know what they share is real. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more heartwarming Jikook stories. Because behind the camera flashes and grand stages, there are two hearts that always know where home is. Thank you for joining us on Jikook Moment, where every second of their togetherness is a miracle worth holding on to forever.